Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. Ethereum is this morning saw a smaller retracement. Now we are back above the 1370 level, and we're just now possibly pushing above 1373. So if you've watched the previous video, we are currently expecting, with at least, I would say primarily, a small upside before we make another low. And let me explain that. First of all, bigger picture here, 5 waves up. That is the view here, that we are in a breakout pattern in an impulse. As per the Elliott Wave method, we are looking for impulses and corrections. We are looking for charts that form reliable patterns that we can trade. Ethereum is one of them. Even though it's not the most beautiful impulse here, it's not the most the clearest impulse. It could also be counted as a corrective wave, but primarily also due to the strength and the extensions here that were reached, I expect that this is an impulse, and that what we have currently here coming down is a corrective wave, A, B, C. Therefore, we talked about a possible reversal in this area between 1280 and 1130. This scenario, this sort of bullish scenario, is valid until we break below $1,000. So ideally we want to hold above $1,000. Below that, a drop below that level will significantly increase the likelihood of another low below the June low, which was below between $800 and $80, which then could take us down to 650 in a first instance. So wave 1 up, wave 2 down in an ABC correction, and now the expected reversal in this area between 1130 and 1280. If we now zoom in, we have reversed. The question is just, is this already the reversal that will take us higher, or is this just simply a corrective high which will come down once more, as indicated here on this chart in red, in this 5th wave of the wave C of the wave 2. So a wave 2 consists of an ABC pattern highlighted here, A, B, C. We looked into that, we talked about that, we reached the wave B high target, and now we reached the wave C target. The wave C consists of 5 waves, but generally, as I said before, the whole pattern here is a bit ugly. The last bit here, this sideways ranging movement, and as a result, I'd like to see one more low to tidy this up. Also in terms of the extensions and everything, it would look better to make one more low in a wave 2. We don't need it, but it would be good, especially as what's currently coming up here is not really a clear impulse. It looks rather corrective. It has similarities with this movement, which was actually a wave B to the upside before we came down impulsively. So would want to see another wave down, but there is a potential we're already breaking out from here. We reached the target area, we reached the reversal area, and as I always say, when you reach it, you need to be ready. And we were that on this channel anyway, as you know, if you've been watching these previous videos. But question is now, in the lower time frame, what's going on here? So, few possibilities here in this movement. As I just explained, I primarily expect that this is just a corrective move up before we come down once more. I'm going to show you a couple of options how this can be counted, Elliott Wave wise, as a corrective wave pattern, and then I also show you the possible direct breakout pattern, how we could achieve a direct breakout to much higher levels, to around $3,000 in this 3rd wave that we're expecting. Now, at the moment, I see this as a WXY pattern in a wave 4. The wave 4 can stretch out in the first instance into the region of 1450. We measured all these targets in the previous video, so if you want to know how to measure these, check out my previous video from earlier today. But you can see we have here a zone, basically. So the first zone starts at 1433, goes up to 1452. There's different ways of measuring these targets, and I would expect if we really break above 1370, first of all resistance at 1400, and then a breakthrough to 1433 to 1452 in that range. So if we have it like that, WXY then we would expect a first major resistance and possible reversal to the downside from this region. The wave Y, in which we currently are, can be counted as A, B, and C, and it looks like we are currently in the C wave and have already done the waves 1, 2, and we're now in the wave 3. So that's sort of how I would look at this. The important breakout point would be 1370. So that's one way of doing it. There is another way of doing it where we just move this to the side for the moment. We say, okay, our wave X wasn't here, it was actually here, which then means that here in this wave Y, it doesn't overall change the targets, it just makes a bit of a difference in how we count this. And at the moment we can look at it in terms of having here, instead of having an impulse here, we just have an ABC pattern here. So because a wave Y is a 3-wave move, again with its own subwaves, but A, B, C. That is possible. That would allow for further sideways movement here. So if we now cannot break really substantially above the current, let's say 1370 level, then I think we are in the wave B, which could take a while to play out, okay? Because it could be counted, a wave B can be a triangle. So A, B, C, D, E, and the wave E would finish the wave B. Yeah, so that is how an Elliott wave triangle would be counted. We could assume that in this wave B, so the wave B is the triangle, the wave B could have done a wave A, a wave B, next is a wave C down. That would need to stay above 1317, or yeah, 1317, the low here from yesterday. And then there will be a wave D up. The wave D needs to stay below the wave B high at 1382, pretty much. And then there will be one more leg down in a wave E. Again, this needs to stay above the wave C low. And that would complete wave B, and then we'll push up in wave C, probably into this region that I already explained to you, between 1433 and 1451. Now, that's at the moment only a possibility. There's currently no evidence for that, all right? But if we see further sideways movement here, a little bit of up and down, we're probably in a triangle. Until then, I expect or assume we are in this pattern here, WXY, and we have already done waves A and B, and we're now in the wave C. Yeah, would push higher from here. But in this scenario, we would now expect a break above that 1373 level, because the wave 3 should normally push. Yeah, it would normally be quite a bullish wave. In both of these scenarios, we need to hold that 1317 level from yesterday, the low, okay? Otherwise, I think that's a very important level. If we break that, very strong indication we come down and we'll make that lower low straight away. So last option would be the direct breakout, which first would seem very, very similar to the WXY pattern. So it would be this count in blue, where we have seen already a wave 1, we've seen a wave 2, and we're now in the wave 3. Then there will be a wave 4 down and a wave 5 up. That can push us certainly into the region around 1540, 1550. Maybe even a bit higher. Now, this would be an impulsive pattern, or let's call it a diagonal pattern. You can also count it even better as a diagonal, which would be a direct breakout pattern. This 5-wave move would complete wave 1 here in white, and this wave 1, which consists of these 5 waves, would then be followed by a wave 2 correction. And if we see 5 waves to the upside, then I will scale in this wave 2 dip. Yeah, I'm not gonna try to catch a train that's already moved and left. I'm gonna scale in wave 2 when the train comes back, okay? That's where we are. We need to understand that it really depends on, do we see 5 waves up or 3 waves, and then just reacting to it in what follows. You know, if we see the 5 waves up, we need to understand that the trend could have shifted from a scenario where we will make with a high likelihood another low to a scenario where yes, we will also make a low, but not a lower low. It will be a higher low in a wave 2. So that's where we now need to see what the market is doing and then reacting to it. The same way as we waited for the market to come into this price range, or at least I waited and made a long position, entered a long position at 1250. Assuming, not knowing, but assuming that the price will reverse in this area, which it did, but still I do expect still one more dip and then the major reversal. We'll see. I think in the next few hours or days we'll know more. I'll keep you updated. Hope you liked the update about Ethereum. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.